Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spirit Scribes, and we are still tapping into the beautiful diopside crystal. It is a Venusian crystal, and this was actually the first time that I picked up that I was working with a Venusian crystal, and as crystals do, they show up right on time as Venus is making her way out of the underworld and beginning her evening star journey. And she's beginning her evening star journey at the root chakra, right? Right now, Venus is in Leo right now. And as we go into the Leo season, Leo then goes into Virgo. So, sorry, Venus goes into Virgo. So right now, Venus is in Leo and making her way towards that Virgo energy. So I wanted to talk about Venus. And this is again tying it all into the diopside crystal of enlightenment, as well as the consciousness of Mother Earth and all of her inhabitants, the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom, and really being able to connect with that. It is also diopside is also a very healing energy. It's about eternal enlightenment as well as healing from the core of ourselves, right? And rising up with that wholeness and unity. Okay, so I really wanted to tap into that Venus energy. And the Venus energy is known for love, but it's really about, again, coming into one's wholeness and allowing ourselves to shed as well as to rise. And Venus is on in her evening star journey. So she's rising. She's rising as the evening star. And we can see that rising happening as she comes out of the underworld, and being in the underworld means that she is just right beneath the sun or behind the sun and so close to the sun that we can't see her. So as she comes out of a menta, I like that word better than the underworld, as she comes out of a menta, she is in Leo and all of that beautiful Leo energy she is rising with. And as we go into the first week of August, she finds her home in Virgo. All right, so I wanted to pull out again some more crystal messages, but looking at it from a very Venusian side of diopside, as opposed to grounding it in with the earth, but really tapping into to Venus and what Venus is doing. And I'm also pulling it in to the solar eclipse. I said solar equinox in the last taping, the solar eclipse energy, because that Venus energy came out and it was very strong, as well as this pillar of mercy, right? Of grace, peace, and love. Um, and Venus energy is about hope, our hopes and our dreams, our love, and our creativity, our art, right? So I just wanted to bring those cards forward because again, it is all tied into that solar eclipse that we had in April, I think. Was it in April? We had the solar eclipse? I think time is going by so quickly. I think that was in April, right? Yeah, 4448, right? On 44 or the April 8th, right? I think it was around that time, 448. So as we transit from the 7-7 to the 8-8 to the Lions Gate portal or the Infinity Gate portal, I heard somebody refer to it today as the Infinity portal, which I can definitely resonate with. Um, let's take a look at our hearts and tap into Venus. And again, we're still anchoring the earth, anchoring into the earth and that energy of unconditional love, right? Because The emerald ray is about our heart chakra as well. It's a big a part of our heart chakra, not just grounding in with the earth and that earthly energy, but our heart chakra, right? Bringing in the unconditional love, right? And bringing in that healing energy, that green healing energy of unconditional love, as well as the golden rose ray, right? So I am guided to start with the crystal tones, and I usually end with the tones, but I am guided to start with the crystal tones and then go into the message of Venus, as well as the message of number 13. And I'm pulling these messages from the Star Code Astro deck. And I think this is the first time I am bringing these messages out from this deck as well. So I'm going to be pleasantly surprised to see, and there's always some synchronicity, right? So again, even with these cards, and I always like to look at the numbers, we have the numbers 13 and the numbers 21, and that is some synchronicity there. The last cards, the numbers 13 and the numbers 21 were there as well. We can even look that up or combine that as one big code, 1321, and see what that significance is. Or we can look at it as number 4 and number 3 coming in together, meaning number 7, right? The 13 is 4, and the 1 and the 2 is the 3. So that's that 7 energy combined. The 13 and the 21, they come to 7, right? So that's a synchronicity right there. And then we have the tone cards, which is numbers 18, 48, and 25. So 1 and 8 is 9, and 4 and 8 is 12, and that's 3. And then we have 2 and 5 is 7. So we have a 9, a 3, and a 7. All right. So just tap into those numbers. They might have some resonance or significance for you. All right. So let's start with the crystal tones. And again, we are merging all of this in with the beautiful diopside crystal, crystal of enlightenment, and connecting and becoming more consciously aware and connected with nature, right? So let's start with number 18. Earth Anchor, Earth Vortex, and Platinum. Empowerment and remembering your legacy. If this deeply grounding sound reverberated into your life today, you are receiving a notice that now is the time to step into a more empowered, embodied, and awakened version of yourself. Your legacy, the reason you are here, has been activated. Earth Anchor coming from Mount Shasta and Earth Vortex coming from Sedona are two power points in the world where many go to seek transformation. Mount Shasta is considered the root chakra of the earth, and Sedona is a mystical and powerful vortex. They are places of profound energies that support healing, inner exploration, integration, and embodiment. Platinum brings a container of emotional balance, and all the alchemies together are activating an ancient cellular remembering. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, that definitely supports the message of the diaphragm crystal and our emerald ray rising into more sovereignty and enlightenment, authenticity as well. All right. So again, as we tap into the earth star chakra, as we tap into the root chakra, as we tap into our solar plex chakra, as we're integrating all of this as an embodiment as well as the diopside is also the explorer's crystal, because whenever we find diopside, we know that diamonds are near, right? So it's also this energy of finding your own identity and finding your own authenticity, right? And again, stepping into more and more sovereignty, right? You being the diamond, you being that authentic sovereign being. So what does this card mean for you? When you listen to the richness and subtle overtones of this deeply grounding alchemy bowl, do you hear a song that your soul knows? When you close your eyes, do you see any sacred geometry, shapes, or colors? Sacred sounds open a portal to help you recognize, recall, reclaim, and hear the voice of your soul, remembering who you truly are. So, this is really tapping into our authenticity and our sovereignty, right? And grounding that in to reclaim, recognize, and recall the voice of our soul. Again, supporting the diopside's message of soul and spirit replenishment and restoration. So let's close our eyes and get the alchemy mantra. Close your eyes and breathe in deeply from 2 feet below you, drawing your breath from the earth up to your pelvis. Gently contract, holding your pelvic floor muscles, then release them to activate a sense of rootedness in your body. Now breathe in the light from 2 feet above your head and allow that light to be infused into every cell. Notice how present and alive you feel. Continue breathing in light from above your head and exhaling down to the point 2 feet below your legacy chakra. With your breath flowing easily in this connection of heaven and earth, speak the mantra out loud or silently. I am empowered yet humble. I live my legacy, the embodiment of my soul purpose in human form. I am grounded in integrity and remember the truth of who I am and why I am here. Ashe, Ashe. So again, beautiful, beautiful support for stepping into our own identity, stepping into our new identity as well, right? Shedding, but rising and stepping and reclaiming who we are and the reason why we came, even more powerful, right? Um, let's go into the next message. Number 25. And again, this is all in the energy of the Venusian diopside crystal and how Venus now is reclaiming and standing up, right? And taking that upward journey, right? As she reclaims from the root. And again, we are breathing in from the core of the earth, from below our feet, from our earth star chakra. So we are grounded and deeply, deeply rooted as we rise up, as we rise with Venus as she rises. Okay. So let's go into number 25. That's that 7. And the 7 and the 9, the 18 is 9. And again, that's that Virgo energy, right? That could be the Virgo energy. And the 7 could be the July energy. So again, this this transit of not just the Venus, but this whole July energy going into August as well as going into September, right? So the 25, the Emerald Platinum, unconditional love, patience, and nourishment. If the Emerald Platinum Bowl floated its melodies into your message today, you are receiving a profound gift of sacred and healing sound. Truly, emerald is one of the most desired gemstones. Its brilliant green color represents health and vitality and activates the heart to its fullness. Emerald contains the energies of spring and it brings nourishment and repair to both the physical and emotional aspects of the heart. It amplifies the vibrations of unconditional love. It centers you in patience and supports the ability to love all the questions of your heart. And this is so important as we go through this deep period of transition and change, not so much on in the internal, but on the external, right? Feeling nourished and supported, as well as the ability to be patient, to give unconditional love, right? As well as to hold space for all of these questions on the eternal that our heart might be feeling, as well as our mind, right? So coming into a place of peace and and not worrying, right? And not being nervous or anxious, right? So a settling as well of our nervous system, really coming into that place of surrender and serenity and sanctuary. Those words are coming to me now. Serenity and sanctuary, finding those things within ourselves and finding those things within our own heart so that we can emit those out to others, especially in this time of change, this Uranian time of change, right? These leaps forward, right? And as we're coming out of this season of Set, but we're opening up now to more light. We're coming into that August energy. We're also coming into the mat energy of balance. So we've had these disturbances and chaotic moments and disruptions of July for the wholeness. Don't forget, always rising up for the rise, right? It's not done in vain, it is purposeful, right? So we've had these things happen outside of ourselves and within ourselves for the rise, for the healing, for the mending of our hearts, as well as for the new co creations and the rebirthing to happen within us. Okay. So breathe deeply in your belly and open your heart. Did I skip? I did. I did. What does this card mean for you? The Emerald Platinum Bowl is exceptional and insists on your expansion in loving and sometimes unexpected ways. Who would you be in the vibrational frequency of love? Who would you be if the vibrational frequency of love was always flowing through your system? The Emerald Platinum Bowl is tuning you to acceptance and understanding. Platinum infuses balance into your cells, creating a steadfastness within you. Beautiful. So again, we're supporting that diopside's message of being in balance, your daily balance and your daily routines, being in balance with the world, right? You finding acceptance. Again, that the word acceptance is coming in a lot. What was it? Traps, right? We're getting over our triggers by accepting and practicing surrendering, right? Traps, right? Overcoming our triggers by acceptance and practicing surrendering, whatever that call to surrender means. But this is talking about acceptance and understanding, a big characteristic of the diopside. I keep on thinking of dioptase every time I want to say diopside. Dioptase wants to come out. um, but yes, it's a big part of the diopside crystal is understanding. Again, it's our enlightenment. So being enlightened to really to have that compassion and understanding for others as well as for ourselves, right? And for the non-human factors of life, right? As well as for the other humans that we not necessarily would find kinship with or be kindred spirits with, but still being able to give them and show them compassion and love and just to be a humanitarian, right? To each other, right? So let's listen to the message. Breathe deeply in your belly and open your heart. Gaze at the image on the card as you receive this sound. A pure blue sky, lush green mountains, white puffy clouds, a vibrant rainbow, and a golden sacred geometry. Gently close your eyes. Imagine spaciousness, serenity, and possibility. Feel yourself held in the pulsing vibrations of the emerald platinum alchemy and the rapturous beauty of nature. As you breathe in and out, allow your shoulders to roll back and down, opening up your heart. Feel the vibrations of abundance anchored within you. Receive nourishment, breathe in, and release a sigh of ah as you speak the mantra out loud or silently. I am abundant in all things. I feel nourished and complete. I am patient and kind. I am loved. I receive, vibrate, and express the fullness of unconditional love. That is so beautiful. And what comes to mind here is, we've been pulling up from the Earth Star Chakra, from our root star chakra, and we've been pulling all of that life force energy and vital force energy up from the earth, pulling it into our sacral, our pelvic. We're pulling it into our solar plexus. And now we're pulling it all the way into our heart. So we're really pulling all of this information and energy in from the core of the earth, from the earth star chakra, from Gaia, from Mother Earth, right? And we're expanding with it. We're expanding our solar plexus and our bellies as we breathe in, and we're expanding our heart and we're at our chest and we're opening up our shoulders. So again, this is not just a mindset, this is also an embodiment of enlightenment, an embodiment of unconditional love, right? An embodiment of being rooted and grounded, and an embodiment of nourishment and patience, right? All of this, right? So again, we're not just thinking about it anymore. We're not just talking about it anymore. We're really embodying this, right? And the diopside crystal is coming in so we can walk with this, all of this now, right? This is a new walk and we're walking with this. We're rising with Venus, this beautiful Venusian green crystal, All right. Now let's go to tuning the heart, number 48. And I guess that's the synchronicity again with the the solar eclipse because it was on 488. Yeah, it was on 488. Yeah, so that number 48. So tuning into our heart and all of that Venus and the Venusian energy allowing us to rise as well as to tap in to the pillar of mercy, grace, peace, and love, right? And that is again the Jupiterian energy as well as the Venus energy, I think, as well as the um Jupiter, Venus, and I think Uranus. I think it's Uranus energy too, right? Jupiter, Venus, and Uranus, and and it's about our wisdom, right? Again, that wisdom again is coming in, right? Enlightenment. Though not just being hopeful and loving and creative, but doing it with wisdom, with enlightenment, right? And because we've had that enlightenment is where we step into that big energy of abundance and gratitude and big ideas, that Jupiterian energy, right? Yeah, that pillar of mercy is Venus and Jupiter and Uranus, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. All right. So tuning into the heart again, number 48. And I timestamp these so you can go directly to the alchemy mantra as well as to the tones. So tuning into the heart, emerald, pink spirit gold, Lumerian seed crystal, black tourmaline, platinum, halite, mineral salt, green spirit gold, Larimar, and rose quartz. So it's all of them, right? How many we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful and complete. All right. So the alchemy message here is boundaries, insight, and pure potential. I was supposed to be changing the picture here, but I guess I'm not supposed to be, and I'll just leave it as is. All right. So let's read this. If this set sang of powerful song of the heart for you today, know that you are a being finely tuned. Let's read that again. If this set sang a powerful song of the heart for you today, pun intended on that word set. And I'm going to just highlight that because again, the coming out of the July energy, we were guided by set. We were guided by disturbances. We were guided by disruptions, right? And to set something is also to set, to establish something in stone. So we say set it in stone, right? Or to set it down on the table, to put upon, right? So again, this energy of set in the terms of co-creation, and we must have this energy for creation. We cannot create without it. It sets upon the new thing, right? So again, sometimes that insight and that enlightenment and that perspective, you can now look at destruction and disturbances and chaos and work with that energy and realize that it is the setting of something more powerful, right? Don't get caught up in the destruction, but know that it is setting something more powerful. Okay. In this set, sang a powerful song. If this set sang a powerful song of the heart for you today, know that you are being finely tuned, as well as a set, right? A set. I'm sorry, just Spirit is just giving me all this information with the set. Also, a set, right? Well, a set, right? Set. All of this, all of these versions of setting. Um, a set of something, two things, right? So again, set is never going to be by itself, right? This destruction, this chaos, these disturbances, there's always going to be something accompanying it. If we could even think about that, it's not alone. It's never going to be just this one thing. Again, look to see what's coming next, what's coming after this. All right, so let's get this message out. If this set sang a powerful song of the heart for you today, know that you are being finely tuned like a precious stringed instrument. This is a treasured, loving, harmonic combination of alchemies to support the empowerment of your heart. To tune the heart means to invite spirituality into your life that resonates pure, unconstrained joy. This joy then blossoms and overflows into pure love. Emerald, with all its variations of green, mirrors the beauty of nature and emanates growth, abundance, and health. Pink spirit gold holds the devotional aspect of love. Black tourmaline creates healthy boundaries and empowers the heart. Platinum brings emotional balance. Lumerian seed crystal amplifies wisdom, harmony, peace, and unity. Sacred structure salt is for clearing. Green spirit gold roots compassion and understanding of oneself and others. Larimar helps emotions flow, releasing pain and heartache. Rose quartz, a quintessential stone of the heart, holds the harmony and delight of love. Very, very powerful tone and tunes and crystals to attune ourselves with, and really putting the message of diopside in one beautiful set of all of those messages, because diopside brings forth those same things, right? Releasing the pain through coming into that emotional balance, right? Understanding the nature of ourselves and the nature of the earth, right? Opening up the heart, connecting our root chakra with our heart chakra and our third eye with our crown chakra, right? Coming into balance. So all of this, so this is a beautiful supporting tone or set of tones for the diopside crystal and our rising, Venusian rising. The alchemy mantra is, oh, what does this card mean for you? And this is a long message. This is actually the last card of the deck. All the green of nature stands to support, in support of your heart being strong, healthy, empowered, and perfectly tuned. There is a portal of love and light that is opened for you, a stream of information and insight readily available to you. Regularly allow yourself moments of stillness to consciously tune your heart. Take a deep breath and exhale it completely with an ah sound. Imagine your heart being tuned by a mighty hand, a glorious divine being who understands you and the laws of universal harmonics. And remember, the hand is what is able to holds the power, right? And the hand is able to direct the flow, right? So there's just some more symbolism coming in there. Imagine your heart being tuned by a mighty hand. So your hand holding the power directing, as well as your heart having all of this beautiful energy in it, and your hand and your heart being in tune and connected and in one and aligned, right? And in coordination, right? The alchemy message: close your eyes and breathe deeply into your heart. Imagine your breath activating your heart center as you stretch your chest open by rolling your shoulders back and down. Breathe in, imagining a light radiating like a brilliant diamond in the center of your heart. And what does it say? Wherever diopside is near, diamonds will be there. And here's the diamond, right? This diopside is bringing us to the brilliant diamond in the center of our hearts. And sigh and ah, vowel as you exhale. As you breathe in and out, continue to allow your shoulders to roll back and down as you feel the entire bandwidth of your chest and around your back open and expand even more. Gently add the movement of your arms as if you were in a pool of water, floating and gliding effortlessly. Or I would say even like a bird flying in the sky. This lateral movement of your arms is very helpful in creating even more space in your heart. Now focus in and imagine you are tuning your human instrument, polishing and refining your heartstrings to emit the most beautiful sounds you are capable of. Feel the vibrations of new insights and pure potential anchor within you. Recognize a pulse of love and perfect harmony, and allow the feeling of complete nourishment and safety to flow within you as you speak the mantra out loud or silently. My heart is perfectly tuned and empowered with the pure vibrations of love. I set boundaries easily and am anchored and stable in saying yes and in saying no. I open to new insights and they are received, understood, and integrated. I am awakening and responding to my pure potential, actioning anew in my life. I am grateful. All is well. Ashe, ashe. Well, that's a beautiful way to end or start your day. Those are powerful, powerful messages, powerful tones and sounds that you can tap into. Please check the description sections for those tones and sounds. And now we're gonna just go into the Venus message as well as the number 13 message, and it's about being dignified. And during the last 2 weeks, as I sat with the diopside crystal and meditated with it and tapped into the consciousness of it and just saw everything that was happening within and around me, I decided, hey, let me pull from this astro card, astro code, the star code astro deck. And this card came out, number 13, Dignified. And I said, ooh, well, it's a perfect match because the 13 had already come out. We were approaching 713, which I was guided to tap into that day just because of my personal 137 code and what that means to me. And just feeling like that day was going to be a very powerful day. And it was, right? It was. And it was, so I still wanted to bring this message forth. And it's the card of strength and dignity. And I thought that was very timely, right? And for us to, as we're rising, not just with Venus, but with this diopside crystal, and as we're rising out of July and into August and creating and receiving that energy from the sun and from our higher selves and from our ancient selves and from our galactic codes and DNA and all of that stuff, that we are loved and strengthened, right? So we're rising with Venus, the beloved, as well as we're rising with dignity, right? We're rising with dignity, integrity, wholeness, honesty, truth, and love. And that's why, too, we're seeing so much of what we're seeing because we have to clear out what no longer fits into this new paradigm. Okay. And a lot of the old must die. A lot of the old must die. All right, so let's get these last messages. I'm guided to end with strength, right? So we're gonna read Venus's message, the beloved, number 21. And I am doing this recording on the 21st. And that 21 also is like 3 times 7, right? So today holds that 777 code, that 21 code, right? And that 3, right? The 3, but it's 3 sevens, right? All right, so Venus and the number of Venus for this deck. The message of Venus. Venus symbolizes your heart, romance, and the creative process. It's what attracts you, what you value, and how you value yourself. Venus is inside Earth's orbit and takes 224.7 Earth days to complete the journey. Venus rules Taurus and Libra and can be only in the same sign as the sun or in the 2 signs on either side. Venus is one of 2 planets who appear to rotate backward, an apt symbol for your heart's unique path. It rotates so slowly that one side is always boiling, the other side cooler. Love blows hot and cold. Action, soften, charm, open the heart. Investigate how you can make the situation more beautiful, more fair, and lovely. Remember this Venusian truth. People are fascinated by those who find them fascinating. Use diplomacy and seduction and let others come to you. Engage creativity, generosity, and affection. Venus calls you to your heart, to romance, sings to you as a creative muse, asks you what you value, what you want enough to get yourself in trouble. I love that. Come to know your heart. Know what you're passionate about and when you stir other people's passions. When your heart hurts, you can express the higher notes of Venus through acts of compassion, action, or creativity. All become medicine for your sore heart. Pull out the art supplies and paint how you feel. Rescue a puppy. Help a person who needs loving kindness even more than you do. The challenge. Emotions run strong and passions are intense. Be wary of crimes of passion, love addiction, or looking for love in material things. If you're fascinated by the superficial aspects of Venus, you can get caught up in appearances or become blind in love. Look deeper. The gift, Venus encourages a loving heart. To heal your own heart and become a Venusian beacon to the world around you. Develop what the Buddhists refer to as Maitri, loving kindness, benevolence, friendliness, and active interest in others' well-being. Well, that says it all. And that's why the diopside is that Venusian crystal, because it replicates all of that. It reflects all of that. And I do want to just change the picture here just to get a little closer into that Venus card, as well as the Strength card. And then we're going to wrap it up. All right. And we're going to wrap it up with this last message, number 13, the message of strength and dignified. And let's see what that is, what message that is. For reminders. And this is the quality. This is a quality. A planet is at its strongest when it is essentially or accidentally dignified. So this is a part of breaking down astrology, right? So we can see how this has synchronicity or resonance for us right now. And I don't know, I'll probably look and see which planets are dignified right now, right? Let's be enlightened. A planet is at its strongest when it is essentially or accidentally dignified in a sign or placement that aligns with its nature and adds strength. For example, Mars is its most Mars-like when in Scorpio or Aries, the two signs it rules, or in Capricorn, which is a strong sign of leadership. So it's dignified. A dignified planet is like the soccer player who happens to be out in front and free in the exact right place to receive a pass. So the action here is your voice matters. Trust that you are what's needed here at this moment. You are in your element and at the right place at the right time. So you have an advantage, but it's up to you to make a choice and run with the ball. Dodge the obstacles and look for the opportunities just beginning to emerge. Have faith in yourself. You have what it takes, even if you don't know it yet. It is up to you to tap into your potential and find the resources within. Well, this is a beautiful way to end the journey with the diopside crystal. Play to your strengths as we come out of this July energy and enter into the August energy of Ma'at and being in balance and rising to our true selves with courage, right? Play to your strengths, use your contacts, sing the song that best fits your voice. Remember, we are tapping into authenticity and our sovereignty. Do so with humble respect for the process. We are also slowing down to find stillness and to process. This situation is strong enough for you to fulfill your potential without stepping on another person to get ahead. We're ruling with balance and integrity and treating our neighbors as sisters and brothers, being humane and compassionate to one another. The wind is with you, but will not do the work for you. Take the lead, do your work, and bring your team along with you. So that intentional focus, right? Focused intention. The diopside spoke about that as well. Our focused intention, as well as making logical decisions, improving where we needed to improve, and moving forward, elevating. The challenge. It may be tempting to take over. Yes, it's time for you to shine, but bring everyone along with you rather than dominate them, or you may be left high and dry once this game is over. So that need again to literally don't dominate, but bring forward. I just came across a saying, I think was within the last 48 hours. It says, lift as you climb, right? I think that's what it was. Lift as you climb. So as you're climbing your ladder, help to lift somebody else up. And I think that's exactly what they're saying here. That message is being repeated. As we rise, as we climb, we lift others up with us, right? And to remember to do that. Not just to, oh, on my way up, I'm going to stomp on everybody. And then on my way down, oops, but as we are climbing our own ladders, lift others up, right? Remember that it's a team effort and collaborating. And that has been a huge energy around me as well right now, collaborating with others and really just helping others to get to where they're going as I get to where I'm going, and that team effort and that tribe coming through, right? It also says the gift here is for weeks, months, or lifetimes. You have prepared for this moment. The muscles you built in body and soul, and the understanding you have accrued are needed here at this time and place. Well, that ends the message, and that ends this beautiful journey with the diopside crystal, the enlightenment, the elevating and rising through this energy of Set in the month of July, and remembering remembering our wholeness and remembering ourselves, as well as releasing some of the emotions that we needed to release, doing it with that Cancerian spirit of healing and the depth of our waters and cleansing, rising with the blue and the gold and the green, the blue ray, as well as the emerald ray of not just unconditional love, but truth and sovereignty, right? And tapping into our authentic natures and connecting with our ancestors. We are rising up. We are revealing. We are stepping into some brand new territory, and we can feel it inside of ourselves and see it outside of ourselves. And I'm here to remind everybody to do it with heart, to do it with wisdom, and to do it without fear, but to do it with a sense of being grounded and connected to the highest of highs, and to do your thing, right? We are here to be whole, joyous, prosperous, abundant, loved, cherished, and anything else you can think of, and healthy. And healthy, as well as to be dignified, right? And I love this picture here. It's the throne, right? It's the Aset, the throne of Aset. And that ladder, I didn't even realize that ladder is there, right? So again, as we walk our own Jacob's ladder or our own golden ladder, as we climb, lift others up, right? I love the visual here in that chair. It's the ladder, but then it's also looking like a chair, a throne, and then the top, the crown, the purple crown chakra, right? Within the essence of the solar plexus, the magenta, the clarity, the blue, the yellow, the magenta, the air, it's all here. And knowing that to partner and to align ourselves with things that dignify us, that strengthen us. I always say it's been always on my mind. It's been on my mind for years. Like, you know, make sure that whatever you're doing is empowering you. Whatever you're learning, whatever your belief system is, make sure it empowers you. And now I'm going to say, make sure that it dignifies you, that it strengthens you and not disempowers you. All right. Let go that which disempowers you and align yourself with the things that dignify you, that strengthen you. And as we rise with Venus, as we take our journey from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra, and we reclaim our wholeness and we reclaim who we are, and we reclaim our soul, and we reclaim our spirit, and we reclaim our prosperity, our abundance, our wholeness, our love, and our connectedness to everything. Ah, have a beautiful, beautiful August and a beautiful today is the feast of Mary Magdalene. Very special day, 7/22. Beautiful day for women to connect with their feminine energy, as well as just to connect with the journey of your life and the journey of your womanhood. I was thinking about that today. We go into phases, but you know, as going from a girl to an adult, a young lady to a woman, right? And as we again tap into this Venusian energy, and as we rise as individuals, a lot of what we're going through on the collective and the individual is this rising of the feminine spirit. And this, again, this healing now of the masculine energy. So as we do that, and we're doing that internally, each and every one of us, male and females, as we do that, let us honor ourselves and honor each other and be able to hold space and remember to have compassion, because We are all going through some type of shedding and rising and healing, and it's not all going to look the same and be in the same form. So remember the diopside crystal and everything that came in to remind us of, to enlighten, right? And to have compassion and to know ourselves and to know the earth and to trust it all. All right. I will end on this. Have a beautiful week, and may the Leo season treat you like a queen, like the kings and the queens we are. Bye bye.